Chip and I are aware that there's a lot more to this story, and we think it's going to get straightened out.
Let me express my extreme disappointment with you, Mr. Poole.
Hold up. What happens when a high school student racks up for criminal cases, threatens his ex-girlfriend with a gun, and thinks he's untouchable? You're about to witness one of the most brutal judicial takedowns we've ever seen. This judge isn't playing games. And by the end of this hearing, this teenager's entire world is about to come crashing down. Parents in the courtroom, bonds getting revoked, and a judge who's had enough. This is a case of the state versus Mr. Poole, and trust me, you've never seen a reality check hit this hard. Let's dive in.
You are on bond for an evading arrest, a criminal mischief. You've picked up an aggravated assault of a family member and now a terroristic threat?
Okay, let's break this down because this is insane. This kid isn't just facing one charge. He's collecting criminal cases like they're Pokemon cards. Evading arrest means he literally ran from the cops. Criminal mischief? That's destroying property. But here's where it gets dark. Aggravated assault on a family member and terroristic threats? Those are felonies that can land you 20-plus years in prison. And get this, he's already out on bond for previous charges. That means the court trusted him to behave while awaiting trial, and instead, he went on a crime spree. The judge's disappointment? That's code for you're about to get destroyed in this courtroom. Watch what happens next.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney. Shh. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The defendant is the complainant's ex-boyfriend. During a walk-in report, the complainant told the officers that her and the defendant had an on and off dating relationship since the 8th grade, but they broke up in June 2024. In September, the defendant told the complainant, "Stop talking all that mess before I come to your house and shoot you." The complainant told the officers that right after the incident, the defendant sent her photos of a gun in his lap. The complainant stated the defendant also told one of the complainant's friends that he was going to shoot the complainant.
This just went from bad to catastrophic. We're talking about a toxic relationship that started in 8th grade. These are basically kids who grew up together, but threatening to shoot your ex? Sending photos with a gun in your lap? That's not just a bad breakup. That's domestic terrorism. And here's the legal reality. Terroristic threats in Texas can get you up to 10 years in prison. When you add the gun element, judges see red flags everywhere. This isn't some heat-of-the-moment argument. This is calculated intimidation. The fact that he told her friend he was going to shoot her shows premeditation. How do you think the judge is going to react when there's more to this story?
So, tell me about the ag assault. What happened there?
Your Honor, in the ag assault, one moment.
In the criminal mischief, is it with the same complaining witness as well?
The criminal mischief's from a prior event where we had experimented trying a drug and kind of got crazy and broke stuff with it.
Yes, Your Honor. And then for the aggravated
Completely
assault,
unrelated.
it says the complainant and her friends went to a party, and at the party they saw the defendant trying to get in, but was ultimately turned away because too many people were there already. While walking, the complainant ignored the defendant, and the defendant stated, "Are you going to apologize?" And the complainant kept walking. The defendant began cussing at the complainant and said, "I got it on me." And the defendant said the complainant said at that time, the defendant got a pistol from his ankle and pointed it at her. And then witness corroborated the complainant's statement. And Your Honor, there's also a pending terroristic threat out of Galveston as well for the same complaining witness. Yes.
Did you know about this?
I did not know about that.
Do you have an open case in Galveston as well?
Hold up, plot twist. There's another case in Galveston that even his own lawyers didn't know about. This is what we call a pattern of behavior in legal terms. He's literally stalking and threatening this girl across multiple counties. When he said, "I got it on me," that's street talk for "I'm carrying a gun." And then he actually pulled IT from an ankle holster. That's not self-defense. That's straight-up aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The fact that there's a witness corroborating this story makes it almost impossible to defend. His lawyers just found out they're defending a serial offender, not a one-time mistake. Watch how the judge absolutely loses it.
I think, Mr. Poole, that you are a complete and utter danger to our society. And I'm going to do everything in my power to protect Harris County from anyone that does any kind of damage whatsoever. I am now revoking your bonds on both of your other cases. Goes with you.
Boom. Bonds revoked. Let me explain what just happened. When you're out on bond, you're basically on a promise to the court that you'll behave. Breaking that promise, that's game over. The judge just called him a complete and utter danger to society. Those aren't just harsh words, they're legally significant. That statement goes on record and will follow him through every future hearing. Revoking bonds means he's going straight to jail, no pass and go, no collecting $200. But here's the kicker, the judge isn't done yet. When a judge says they'll do everything in their power to protect the county, that means maximum penalties are coming. Keep watching.
Goes with you. I'm sorry. As much as I love you, it's unacceptable the way things have been going. And I think that you don't get the message. And now I hope you do. But I am now going to give you home confinement. You're not allowed out if you bond out of jail. I'm going to make your bond sky high. I think that you're a complete and utter danger to everyone. You flaunt our bond conditions. And it truly sad, Mr. Poole, because you have but one life. And when you have a gun and when you start using that, God forbid that you do some irreparable damage, that you dig yourself into a hole where you're looking at 50 to 60 years in prison, perhaps life. 99% of people that are in jail are there because they have no self-control. They either use something, they are on something, and they get upset. They wig out without thinking, if I say this, what's going to happen? If I do this, what's going to happen? It's unacceptable. And now I will do everything, like I said, in my power to protect Harris County. So if you do get out, you must remain home confinement. You're not allowed out. No weapons, no contact with any of the complaining witnesses whatsoever, no dope, no alcohol. Anything else? I mean, what does he do?
He's a student, Judge. He's a high school student. So
I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, he scares me.
understood. And Chip and I are going to put some things together. I think that there's a different scenario really going on than what this reflects in the probable cause statements. And we're going to bring that to the prosecutors. And to the court.
If you have something that shows me different to what they have, I'm all ears.
Understood.
And
with your permission, Judge, if we'll get some time to put that stuff together, we can perhaps readdress the bond.
Yeah, absolutely. And I never want to see a kid lose out on school, because to me, it's the most important thing in life,
Understood. If we do home confinement, can there be an exception to that when he's at school and he just has to report immediately back to his home?
Is he like in high school?
He's a high school student.
In high school.
I mean,
Yeah, Judge, he's actually currently, because of this situation, doing online school, so he'll be able to do it from home.
Oh, okay, good.
So disregard.
There we go. Are you mom and dad? Come on up. Come up.
And here come the parents. This is where it gets real. When a judge calls parents to the stand in a juvenile or young adult case, it's usually not good news. The judge just admitted this kid scares him. A judge who sees murderers and violent criminals daily is scared a high school student. That speaks volumes. Notice how his lawyers are scrambling, trying to find any angle to help their client. They're claiming there's more to the story, but the evidence is overwhelming. The home confinement with GPS monitoring means ankle bracelet 24/7. No parties, no freedom, just school and home. But wait until you hear what the judge tells the parents directly. This is about to get emotional.
Come up.
Come over.
Thank you so much for coming. Shh. It's out of control. I don't know what else to do. But it seems that when he's out in public and he's out, you know, parting, as they say, there's a wake of trouble. Did you guys know that he has a case in Galveston as well?
No, Your Honor, this is the first time I've heard of that.
Is it currently open?
It's currently open, Your Honor.
Something that the lawyers are also unaware of as well, you know?
We think it's all one event that happened over a few hours. We don't know.
But it's not though. It's not. He's, 12 in December of 23, we have a criminal mischief, an evading arrest. Now, a couple months later, we've got Galveston. It's not. And I think that we need to really give him a wake-up call before he really does irreparable damage,
If I could just clarify, the two events here in Harris and the one event in Galveston, we think that was all in the one series of events that happened between football games and a party on a home plate.
We need to figure out what's going on, to figure out why it's continuing to happen. I want what's best for your son. I really do. And I will help you in any way that I can. I have to put him in custody today because I have to show him that it's unacceptable what he's doing and picking up these two new cases, especially the fact that he's picked up an aggravated assault. That's, you've got a great lawyer. We'll be here to figure it out with you.
And Judge, he's already addressed the bond on the felony case as well. So he's gone in and addressed it with the felony. We're just,
Bond, huh?
understood.
So I'm making your bonds 30,000 each. I don't know if they're going to bond you out, but if you do get out, you better be on your best behavior, and you are not to go anywhere. What I'd like to do is, I'm going to take him in now. I'd like to do an evaluation. It's called a TRAS to see what the best way of going forward. We have clinicians that can sit there and evaluate him, talk to him, figure out what's going on, and perhaps boot camp is the right way. Perhaps, we have these other things that we have at our disposal to see how we go forward. Because I just don't know. I don't know what's going on in his life. I don't know what he's doing, what he's taking,
We did already as part of the PTI, and they do want to increase him to what?
Say it again.
They want to increase his level of supervision to YMAX.
Who say that? The felony court?
No, misdemeanor, but this is a part of the PTI. He's already completed the TRS this year, so because of the new law violations and how famous they kind of are, they want him to do YMAX.
Did you hear that?
I did. Judge, again, I think that these probable cause statements are giving a skewed picture of what's
So
really
that's
going
right. Let's not put the cart ahead of the horse. We'll give you time. And then if you see something different, just come back and let me know. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
If you need anything, always come back. We're here. We'll help you out in any way that we can. And sometimes some kids are harder to reach, but we'll do everything on our power to reach them one way or the other. So we got you. Okay. We'll take care of you one way or the other. Okay. All right. He goes with you. Oh yeah. I'm going to do a mow-up. So hold on, Stephen, hold on. Mr. Poole, I'm entering in what's called the magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies SM as a protected individual. You're not to commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where the person works. If you violate this court order, the state can and will file a violation of protective order, and you violate those conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond. Zero bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand, Mr. Poole? Okay. All right. We'll have him sign it and then.
Judge, I just. I hate for-
Do you know that they are 100?
It's on to him.
You know that they're 100% going to? What do you want?
I don't know. I understand the benefit of expressing the gravity to him of having him go into custody and have to bond out, get processed through the jail, spend the night in jail.
How much you think? That I'm not gonna do. I think that's all right. All right, I'll do that. I'm gonna do it on all of them. Okay, and then, okay.
Thank you, Judge.
But I'm expecting him to, home confinement with GPS monitor. On the other ankle, I'm gonna put a scram, so I know that he's not using alcohol as well. And just the random UA, so we know he's not using,
Okay, understood.
and he will auto-populate on Monday's docket. If they do bond him out between now and then, we still need him to come here to sign for conditions, okay? And that's it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
So 10 on all of them. 10 from pool, 10.
Bar chart commentary VO7, professional summary and CTA. Let's break down what just happened in this absolutely wild hearing. Mr. Poole, a high school student, faced the music for multiple criminal charges, including terroristic threats, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, evading arrest, and criminal mischief, spanning across 3 different counties. The judge set bonds at $30,000 each, ordered home confinement with GPS monitoring, alcohol monitoring with a scram bracelet, random drug testing, and issued a protective order with 0 tolerance. This case shows exactly what happens when young people think they're above the law. The defendant went from being a free teenager to facing potential decades in prison, with his own parents watching him get taken into custody. The judge even ordered a psychological evaluation to determine if boot camp or juvenile detention is appropriate. The biggest takeaway? When you're out on bond and commit more crimes, judges will absolutely destroy your freedom. This teenager learned that the hard way. If this case shocked you as much as it shocked us, smash that like button right now. What do you think? Was the judge too harsh or totally justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more insane courtroom breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next video. We drop new courtroom drama every week. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Until then, stay out of trouble, and we'll see you in the next one.